It was more like it from Spain. This game is more like it, and this is the Spain we all know and love as coolers. I know Madrid stars don't care one bit about Spain, but they look more coherent, more confident, and more clinical. And this is a game befitting of the World Cup favorite. I don't know, it dilly-dallies between France and Spain. The odds, that's what the odds makers are saying. This was an absolute complete performance and a horrendous performance from Saudi Arabia. This was a great game from the team. Luis de la Fuente made a host of changes from the team that drew 0-0 against Cape Verde, with LAMINE YAMAL coming in for Ferran on the right wing and Baena playing on the left for Gavi, and Olmo coming into midfield for Fabian Ruiz. He still maintained a midfield too, even though the formation was different, 4-2-3-1. The base of the midfield was Rodri and Pedri. Same centre-back partnership of Kubarsi and Laporte. Left back Cucurella, and then Pedro Porro came in for Marcos Llorente on the right. The game absolutely started, as we all know how Spain play. They try to dictate the tempo, try to dominate possession, try to play short passes, try to, in rare instances, go vertical. I have to say, Olmo is just made for this Spanish team. He's made to turn up in this sort of games, and I don't know why De La Fuente didn't play him in the last game for whatever reason, but I am glad he corrected his mistake. First goal came from Oyarzabal playing a square ball and LAMINE YAMAL getting his first goal at the World Cup before turning 19. I think he's in the list of youngest scorers in the competition. I think he displaced Messi at 8, if I'm not wrong. And then he demonstrated in the Muslim way. Kudos to him for repping his religion, especially with what he suffered in the friendly against Egypt. The bigotry the Spanish fans tried to spin, but kudos to LAMINE YAMAL. Even though we know he's not fully fit, he played for only about 45 minutes. De La Fuente kept it to himself how long LAMINE was going to play, but we saw he played for the first half and he was taken off, but he paid his due. This game was Oyarzabal's game. He scored 2 and assisted LAMINE YAMAL. The last goal was an own goal. Oyarzabal was sensational in the first half, and he could have easily scored a hat-trick in the first half. He was their best player purely on efficiency and his output. He was creating, he was scoring. This was not the best of games for LAMINE, but it was a game for him to up his match fitness. De La Fuente said after the game that LAMINE YAMAL is fully fit and ready to play 90 minutes, which is great news for Coolers and for Yamal's fan and for the Spanish fans. It wasn't also a great game from Pedri. Pedri had a quiet game. It wasn't by any means horrible, but it wasn't his most standout game. Kubarsi, wow. And it's worrying that Kubarsi is going under the radar. Kubarsi is going under the radar with how he has performed in these 2 games. I know you don't believe me, but Kubarsi has misplaced, I think, just about 5 passes across 2 games. I think in the last game he completed about 94 of 96 passes, and then in this game he completed about 104 of 107 passes. It's absolutely amazing, and he has kept a clean sheet in those 2 games. he is going to be my underdog pick for young player of the tournament. I want Spain to reach the final and play Argentina, but that is left to be seen if they are going to make it. But with performances like this, I guarantee you that they are going to make the final easily if they can keep this up. Great game. De La Fuente had a great game. He coached well, especially with the pressure of coming in with a draw against Cabo Verde. You had no other reason but to win this game and to create and to make a statement like, yo, the European champions are in the building. And that is what they did. Amazing game from LAMINE YAMAL, our Barca boys. Even though Gavi didn't get to play, Eric is yet to play. What matters is Spain are through to the next round. And they're going to play Uruguay, who are desperate for the points. Spain aren't really desperate for it because they have qualified already. Uruguay drew against Cabo Verde and they drew against Saudi. So this game is win or go home for Uruguay. And I don't know if De La Fuente is going to rotate in the next game, but I'm quite sure he may play LAMINE YAMAL even though, just to up his match fitness for the knockout rounds. A great game from Spain, great game from our boys. But this game is all about Oyarzabal, Mikel Oyarzabal. He played an amazing game. Ferran also had his goal chalked off for offside. He didn't have a great game. As we know, usual Ferran fashion, he missed a couple of chances when he came on in the second half. It's your boy Barca Manager. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I leave you by saying Visca el Barça.